Brenda leaned over toward Davison, and examined what appeared to be 7 more tiny symbols that had been hidden beneath the others.
They appear to be numbers,
Brenda said, surprised.
although I don't recognize them.
The first is a Roman numeral,
Davison said.
Actually, I don't think so.
Brenda corrected.
They look like the Roman numerals XIX, L, C, 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 but they would be backwards and upside down.
Davison mused.
maybe they're Arabic numbers?
Arabic?
Mock asked. Brenda scrutinized the note, feeling puzzled.
I'm not sure. The rectilinear writing looks unusual. Those may not be numbers.
Then what are they?
I'm not sure. They look almost runic.
Glen Moody is a Christian, is he not?
Brenda did a double take.
Yes, but what does that have to do with this?
You tell me. You see runes, Egyptian symbols, and Indian myths. I mention this only because when I asked my office to search for a connection between the Hand of the Mysteries and Glen Moody, their search returned one link in particular.
She paused, as if to emphasize the importance of her finding.
He belongs to a covert society.
She paused again and said,
Christian Gnostics.
The Gnostic Christians claimed to have access to secret knowledge about the nature of the universe, the nature of Christ, and what his appearance on earth meant to believers. Brenda maintained a patient tone.
I'm not surprised the Christian Gnostic appeared in your staff's search. Gnostic Christians are a very obvious link between Glen Moody and any number of esoteric topics.
Yes, which is another reason I have been surprised this evening that in all your historical expertise, you have not yet mentioned Gnostic Christians. You yourself have been talking about secret wisdom protected by an enlightened few. That sounds very Gnostic, does it not?
It does. And it also sounds very Rosicrucian, Kabbalistic, Masonic, and any number of other esoteric groups.
But Glen Moody belongs to a society of Christian Gnostics, a very wealthy and powerful one at that. It seems the Gnostics would come to mind if we were talking about secrets.
If you want to know anything about the secrets of the Gnostics, you would be far better served to ask one.
That's not necessary.
Mock said.
I'd prefer to ask someone I can trust instead.
Brenda found it both ignorant and offensive that the chief would doubt her, especially given her personal desire to find Glen as much as anyone else. Brenda liked Chief Mock less and less with each passing moment. She remembered looking over the Gnostic Gospels, which were a collection of early Christian and Gnostic texts discovered near the Upper Egyptian town of Nag Hammadi in 1945. Once the Roman Empire became Christian, the Gnostics were violently persecuted, and most their writings were destroyed. At this point in history, they became a secret society sometimes mistaken as the Knights Templars. She was surprised Mock didn't say he belongs to the Templars by this point.
Regardless,
Mock said, her tone biting.
we are again at an impasse. Glen Moody chose you specifically.
She leveled a cold stare at Brenda.
I think it's time we move this conversation to headquarters. Maybe we'll have more luck there.
Mock's threat barely registered with Brenda. She had just said something that had lodged in her mind. Glen Moody chose you. The comment, combined with the mention of Gnostics, had hit Brenda strangely. She looked down at the ring on Glen's finger. The ring was one of Glen's most prized possessions, a Moody family heirloom that bore the family crest. It was a shield with the initial M in the center. Around its circumference were the Gnostic Ankh, which was found in the Gnostic text, the Gospel of Judas, the Gnostic cross, with 8 arms representing 8 eons, and the Gnostic serpent wheel, the ultimate mystical icon of Gnostic wisdom. The gold glinted in the light, sparking an unexpected memory. Brenda gasped, recalling the eerie whisper of Glen's captor, "It really hasn't dawned on you yet, has it? Why you were chosen?" Now, in one terrifying moment, Brenda's thoughts snapped into focus and the fog lifted. Brenda's purpose here was suddenly crystal clear.